Well, it appears there's one more woman to go. That's the former Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed. She makes her way into the Senate chamber, and unexpectedly, she will enjoy the take a bow and go advantage as well.
The nominee before us is the immediate past Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed, and she is nominee for Kaduna State. On behalf of my colleagues, I want to welcome you to the Senate chambers. And let me also repeat what I said when we had female nominees. This Senate is very gender sensitive. We want to encourage our female to contribute very well and very meaningfully to national development. And therefore, we are here for you. We'll be there for you when you will be minister by the grace of God, so that you operate optimally to the benefit of our dear motherland. We have your CV, but we are still at liberty to highlight and emphasize on anything that we feel the Senate needs to note for the purpose of this exercise. And where you have issues that are not reflected here and you feel very strongly about them, you can tell the Senate, take note. With this, once again, I want to welcome you to the Senate, and you can address the Senate. Thank you.
Yeah. Deputy Senate President, Senate Leader, Minority Leader, distinguished senators, please permit me to recognize specially the senators, my senators from Kaduna State, Senator Dr. Ubasani, representing Kaduna Central, Senator Suleiman Kwari, representing Kaduna North, Senator Andrew Mala, representing Kaduna South. Distinguished President, I also wear the hat of partly coming from Nasarawa State because my husband is from Nasarawa. So I want to especially also recognize the senators from Nasarawa. Distinguished senators, thank you very much for accommodating my participation in this program today at this very late hour. I appreciate it. I want to thank Almighty Allah for the opportunity He has given me in life, and also remember to thank my late father who has put me on the path that has brought me here today. but special thanks go to His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, for deeming it fit to have appointed me as a minister in the cabinet of 2015 to 2019, and also nominating me for the next cabinet. My name is Zainab Ahmed. I am a ministerial nominee representing Kaduna State. I was born on the 16th of June 1960, which means I'm 59 years old. I did my primary school all in Kaduna, secondary school in Kaduna. I attended the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria and graduated in 1981 with a BSc degree in accounting. I did my NYSC in Kaduna with a firm of chartered accountants in 1981-1982. After my NYSC, I was first employed by the Kaduna State government in the Ministry of Finance, and 2 years after, I was now employed by the Nigerian External Telecommunications, formerly NET, now subsequently it became NITEL, as an accounting officer. I rose in NITEL from an accounting officer to Deputy General Manager in charge of corporate treasury. And in 2002, I was moved from NITEL to its subsidiary, the Mobile Telecommunications Limited, MTEL, where I was assigned first as Deputy General Manager Finance, the Chief Finance Officer. I was the Chief Finance Officer in MTEL for 5 years. In 2019, the Kaduna State Governor appointed me to head the Kaduna Investment Company. As the Managing Director of Kaduna Investment Company, my responsibility was to steer the state towards the path of industrial development. After spending just 1.5 years, the then President appointed me to the board of the Nigerian EITI in August 2010, and subsequently in November 2010, I was appointed as the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian EITI in Haiti. I worked in Haiti for 5 years. I met an organization that was in dire straits. We were facing the threat of being expelled from that body. Within 5 months, we were able to redirect the organization, achieve the requirements, the EITI compliance requirements, and also during my tenure, I was able to conduct 2 circles of oil and gas industry audit covering a period of 6 years, and then 2 circles of the solid minerals industry audit. We started the solid minerals industry audit covering a period of 7 years. We also started the first of its kind statutory disbursement audit, which was also for another 5-year period. In 2011, Nigeria was adjudged to be the best implementing country in the EITI. At that time, the EITI had 35 member countries. Having completed my tenure in November 2015, and also the President, while he was campaigning during that year, had made commitments to the electorate that he was going to reform the oil and gas industry, and cited the reforms that are recommended in the Naiti audit findings. I think, Mr. President, that might be the reason why I was elected to be in the cabinet of President Muhammadu Buhari. I was assigned as the Minister of State in the Ministry of Budget and National Planning. As the Minister of State working within the ministry, our function was to make sure that plans are directly linked to budget so that spending is prioritized to meet the priorities of government. I was responsible for budget preparation, budget implementation, also monitoring and evaluation. We also prepare medium-term expenditure frameworks, a 3-year plan that guides government functions. While I was in the Ministry of Budget and National Planning, I was appointed to coordinate the donor activities in the country. So we were responsible for interfacing with donors as well as for development projects as well as aid. I was also the minister that was responsible for coordinating the National Social Investment Program. So we started from 0 to 10 million beneficiaries by the time I left the Ministry of Budget and National Planning. I was appointed by the President to be the humanitarian coordinator of the crisis in the Northeast. And that was a job that gave me a lot of satisfaction because I saw the results of the work leading in saving lives. In September 2018, last year, Mr. President, the President reassigned me from the Ministry of Budget and National Planning to head the Ministry of Finance. The mandate of the Ministry of Finance is to manage the resources of the country. So we're responsible for public financial management, for public policy, for tax policy, for setting tariffs. And in this process, we also are responsible for supervising the Nigerian Security Exchange. I supervise 12 agencies, including the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FRS, the Nigerian Customs Service, the Security and Exchange Commission, the NDIC. We also had a lot of work that we used to do together with the Central Bank of Nigeria. So the fiscal and the monetary authorities work together to agree both physical and monetary policies. One of the main things that we identified when I assumed in the Ministry of Finance is that the country was suffering from low levels of revenue performance. As at the close of 2018, the average revenue performance was 55%, and therefore managing and funding the country's budget was a significant strain. So we therefore pulled together a process and formed an initiative that we call the Strategic Revenue Growth Initiative. It is meant for us to enhance revenue collection, but also to review and identify new sources of revenue, making sure that our people and our tools are optimally utilized. Our target is to move the revenue of the country from 55% to 85% by the year 2021. Mr. President, we also introduced the road incentive tax credit scheme, which was launched by Mr. President through an executive order. It's a program that invites the private sector to use their resources to build roads that is designed and approved by government. And we have started this scheme and launched it. This program is now in 11 states, building about 800 kilometers of roads with about 7 private companies as investors. When the investors spend their money to build the roads, they recover their funds, including cost of funds and profits through tax credits. We have worked out how the tax credit scheme will work. The 3 major projects are already ongoing, and we already have demands for tax credits that currently the Federal Inland Revenue Service is working on. Mr. President, distinguished members, I also started Project Lighthouse in the Ministry of Finance. Project Lighthouse is a portal that brings together all data sources to enable us to analyze data. So we're able to, using this data from the stop here at this time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Minority Leader.
Thank you very much, President sitting at the chair. Madam Nominee, thank you also very much. Being a mother, for recognizing that it's been a long day. And therefore, it is my singular desire to state that this chamber, this Senate, is very gender sensitive. And being very gender sensitive, we have taken pains to ensure that each of the female nominees, who we have seen from their CVs being extremely qualified to be ministers of the Federal Republic, and for you, having been double minister, being in the budget before you went to finance, we have every confidence that you will continue along the trajectory that you have started, and we wish you well. Thank you.
Senate Leader.
Mr. President, sitting in the chair, my distinguished colleagues, I rise to move in agreement with the position that has been adopted skillfully by the minority leader. Skillfully by the minority leader. That this candidate, having been screened in 2015 by the same Senate and passed the test of this Senate, and having secured the confidence of the President, like the minority leader said, for moving her from budget and planning to finance and returning her back again into his cabinet, has demonstrated that Mr. President has immense confidence in her character and ability. With that, Mr. President, I move that the candidate should bow and leave the chamber. I so move, Mr. President.
Is it the wish of the Senate that the nominee takes a bow and go? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Take a bow.
Mr. President, I rise to move that Mr. President move back to plenary to report progress. I so move.
I second the motion that the President moves back to plenary and report progress.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Well, there you have it. The Senate has now concluded screening for the day. In total, 24 nominees have been screened from yesterday till today. 14 today, yesterday 10. You've been watching a live broadcast of the ministerial screening coming to you from live from Channels Television. We'll now return you to our studios for regular programming.